In this video, we're looking at this BX12 from ZDRacing. 12th scale, 4-wheel drive, brushless buggy. We're going to get it out of the box, do some tests on it, just see how it is, and compare it to some other buggies that are out there that look really similar. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Troy. This is RoadsideRC. You'll tend to find me bashing or crawling or drifting or racing, plus doing product review videos and how-tos. Let's get started by getting this thing out of the box. Oh, fun stickers so we can design it all up. We have a wing that needs to be installed clearly, a USB battery charger, and looks like the manual and a couple wrenches and things like that. Awesome. Okay, now I think that might be a first. Right there, that might be a first. That's a paintbrush. Now, typically I will use something like this to clean the vehicle as I'm driving it. It gets dirty. Paintbrushes are really useful for that, and it's really interesting that the company recognized it and decided to put it in there. Looks like we have some spare hubs and everything in here, and 2200 3S LiPo battery. That is awesome, which means I'm betting we have 2 of them here in the box. Controller looks like the standard Dumbo RC unit that we see in a lot of these vehicles. There's the longer one. This is the shorter version. Takes some AA's there in the bottom. These work great. Power on and off button there, and in here you have your steering trims, throttle trims, everything there that you're going to need. These work really well. And then we have the buggy itself. Now clearly it needs some stickers on it. It needs its rear wing on it, so we're going to get to that in more detail here in just a second. These little USB chargers, they work quite well actually for these vehicles, but I'm going to be honest, you probably want to upgrade it. It'd be one of the first things that you want to do to this whole buggy is upgrade this charger. I'll leave a link down in the video description to a couple of them that I recommend. The wing, with the mounting screws here that we need to get on there, it does include the screws, and if you don't have the tools, it's one of these wrenches right here that you will use to mount it up there. You'll notice the gear in here. This is an included high-speed pinion gear, so if you want to go even faster, you can include it, but I'll be honest, I'm going to doubt that you really need it. Checking in on the manual, basics of how you would be able to drive it. Unfortunately, they show the wrong pictures here for the charging the battery, but they do show exploded diagrams and part numbers, so if or when you break stuff, you will be able to find it. Pretty basic manual, pretty thin, but it has some of the core of what you need in it. Now, of course, our stickers, we got to get them put on, but there's something important first. On the body, I am guessing, as typical, it has a plastic covering on it, and so if you go ahead and start putting those stickers on, you're going to be disappointed. Let's see what this body looks like. Look at that. It's got the little carbon fiber look to it and everything. I'm going to get some stickers on and take it to the next level. And that looks pretty fun. Now the windows really help a lot. Got the BX12 on the side, just a couple little touches. I really like how they did the wing here with the different pieces there. But of course we need to get the wing mounted. And if you look at it, it actually has 2 different holes here. I've seen this on another buggy before. You can actually mount the wing in 2 different positions. One position it's a little flatter, and then the other one you move it forward and it actually tilts the wing up just a little bit. Really pretty fun. I'll be honest, I'm super skeptical that it actually does any difference for this kind of a vehicle, but it's fun. It's a really trick idea, at least. So I'm going to get these 2 screws and we're going to get that mounted on. Obviously the first thing that you see is the size of it itself. I'm going to take measure here. Sorry for my international friends. This will be in standard. So this is like 8 1/4 inches. Total length is somewhere around 13. And width is around 8 inches wide. So it gives you an idea there of just kind of how big this thing really is. 12 scale, like 100% definitely 12 scale. A little bit smaller than 10th racing buggy size. We do have adjustable oil-filled shocks on all 4 corners. I see sway bars sticking out there. I see metal shock towers, adjustable turnbuckles, metal adjustable turnbuckles on all the corners. Again, sway bar back here, the metal shocks. Oh yeah, those shocks are great. Oh man. Underneath the body here, yep, there's our other battery that we need to get charged up. We'll do that here in a minute. Smaller scale servo, plastic servo horn, goes through a servo saver for the steering. We have the ESC up here at top with its XT60 plug, which is great because XT60s are a great plug, very common, easy to get. Receivers in the box, we have a 3600 kV brushless motor, center to center tower shaft, metal drive shaft in the middle. I mean, it checks all the boxes. It has all of the features that you would want in a buggy like this. Not going to be a racing buggy, most likely, even though it does say ZDRacing. Most likely this is going to be a basher around your yard, and that's what we're going to give it a test as. Nice metal chassis. You can see the front hinge pin holders here are actually aluminum. The rears are plastic. But something stands out to me as I look at this vehicle. It looks really, really, really familiar. Yep, that's about what I thought right there. So this is the RoadsideRC X12S. This is the ZDRacing BX12. Gee, what do you think? What do you think about those tires? Yeah, those look like they're the same. Shock towers, shocks themselves, hinge pin holders, control arms. The body's different. So if you would rather have this body, then buy this one. The Raging Bull, Rag Ring Bull, something like that. They definitely had some things. Look, they even put stickers on the wing the same. I didn't have to do that. It came pre-stickered. The wheels are, of course, a different sidewall design where they have that on here. But, I mean, let's just be honest. That's the same buggy. Look at it from the bottom. Look at the control arm design. It's the exact same control arm, just in a different color of plastic. Chassis is the same. Bumper's the same. Yeah, these things 100% came out of the same factory, same design group. Let's see underneath the hood. Yeah, look at that. XT60 holder right there. Oh yeah, look at that, same one. ESC actually does look a little different. This one has a little bit more of a plastic case around it, whereas this one is a little more exposed. Receiver box is there. Center to center tower brace. It's the exact same freaking buggy. This is, I think, maybe the third different buggy that I've had that it turns out ends up being the exact same design. It's going to make for a great racing league at some point. Collect all of these things, and then we could have an awesome race league. It'd be so much fun. So here's what I wonder is the really good thing about this. So this is like the fourth company that's come out with the exact same buggy. I'm guessing parts availability is going to be really easy. You find one, you can find parts for any of these buggies online, then you can find them as a replacement for all of them. So that's kind of cool. They've been tried and true. They've been tested to the nth degree at this point because all these different companies have had them. They've all tested them. I've tested them. Other people have tested them. Lots of different people have owned them. They're really, really strong. They're really, really fun. So hey, the good news is this is just a different alternative if you want a different paint scheme and maybe a different price. So you should try to look that out. Where can you get the cheapest one of these? The RoadsideRC currently $199 price if I see it direct from them. The ZDRacing currently $199 but with a $60 coupon. So you can get this for $60 cheaper than this one. Yeah, they're the same thing. But enough talking about it. I'm going to get the battery charged. Batteries in the controller. Let's go ahead and give it a drive. Alright, that looks good. Ooh. And that was with the throttle only at 75%. Yeesh. Now we get full throttle forward. We only get about half throttle, but yes, my little dial here was only at about 75% out of the box. You want to crank that all the way up. Steering trim and everything looks fine, so I shouldn't have to worry about the rest of this. Oh, that is a lot of power. I got my little monster truck ramped up. This is definitely more buggy than indoor RC monster truck course kind of can handle. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think clearly we need to take this outside. Oh, that thing is fast. Oof. So we drove it out in the front yard. It does good, but you can definitely tell the size of the buggy hinders it sometimes. Lots of bouncing over things. You hit a tree root, it flips over. So size matters. How big of a place you're planning on driving it in? How deep is the grass? What surface are you going to drive on? This is very, very important. On hard-packed surfaces of dirt or asphalt or concrete or something like that, absolutely amazing. If you're in tall grass, you're going to have to watch it. Ooh, it jumps beautifully. Ooh, I guarantee you that went out of frame. I did not expect it to launch like it did. That was wild. Dude, look at that thing. That is way up there. Ooh. Ooh. Oh gosh, that was a sail. Crash. Ooh, oh, good air control. Dang. Oh man, this thing's fun. Boom, there it is. Back from the test drive, and this thing did great. It is held up. It's got a little dirt on it now. But besides a little dirt, it is 100% intact. Shocks are in good shape. Shock towers are in good shape. Control arms are fine. Nothing is broken on this thing. It took some pretty gnarly crashes, actually. A couple of those crashes were pretty tough. Some big tumbles when it traction rolled. It's super fast. It has lots of power. Jumps well. So we've seen a couple different companies brand this same buggy and send it out. We've seen some companies put some big tires on it and a truck body and call it a monster truck, and those have been fun. So whoever's made this thing, whoever the manufacturer is, thank you. You're doing a great job with them. But parts are starting to become really available and all that kind of thing. So if you're looking for four-wheel drive fun at a reasonable price, these things can be. Find them on sale. I'll provide a link in the video description to this one specifically, which has recently been on sale at a big discount. I think it's kind of fun and worth picking up, especially at that price. But you have to really be careful. You want to really watch, like I said, where you plan to drive it. The terrain is very important. If it's too tall a grass, if it's too rough, this buggy's just a little bit small. So if you don't think it'll fit your needs, there'll be a link. There's a video playlist popping up over here to your right, vehicle reviews, all the different vehicles that I've reviewed over time. So go through there and look at some of those and make sure that maybe some of those fit your needs as well. If you're looking for this buggy, if you think this is the one for you, down in the video description, there'll be a link to where you can buy it. So I hope to see you in one of those future videos. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.